Greetings, welcome in to the Gauntlet. Now, you may be wondering, what the fuck? Why am I supposed to be watching this when I've already seen how the challenge looked in the main feed? Well, that's the problem here. See, I need to be coherent enough to tell you all about Gauntlet lore whilst I do this one challenge, which is playing as the Lost in hard mode, which will definitely be something else. Because prior, the Binding of Isaac Repentance slot used to be ultra hard, but we'll get into that very soon. 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, so, gauntlets, everybody. How do these work? The main thing about these gauntlets is that they are decidedly ending up as little challenges that I decided I want to do every now and then in order to try and get something done. And something that I want to get done is just proving my mettle and how good of a gamer I am. What the fuck? That was crazy. And in this instance, we're trying to test my might by playing as Tainted Lost, the character who could probably die very quickly if I am risky and reckless. Though at least we start off with Flight and Spectral Tears. That's always fun to have. And also, a lot of weaker items get rerolled into different things, so that's also fun. Be nice to take a look at the library when I forgot that I shouldn't have picked up the item room for where we're supposed to be going here. Oh, hello, everybody. Hello. So gauntlets have been around for quite a few years at this point. Very much so. In fact, the first one came out in 2017. Why don't you think that? I've been around for quite a bit, and, you know, gauntlets are a part of that. Oh shit, hello. Solar Cane, neat. And yeah, I've been doing gauntlets for quite a while. They've been sporadically uploaded every now and then once I reached milestones. And then once I did the 4th gauntlet, I set the milestone pretty high to be 1,000 subs because I knew I can't be doing whack-ass choices every time now. Because, honestly, you look back at some milestones for each of the gauntlets, 100, 250, those are fine. Those are reasonable milestones to reach, I suppose. Then you have 400 and 600? Like, okay, you're being a little shrill. And basically the reason why I decided to go for those 2 milestones was that, hey, I had ideas for Gauntlet and I wanted to do a Gauntlet, so I made the milestones in reach. And that's how I managed to get that done, made to have all them. And also the Gauntlets, if you hadn't already figured out, they are 9 different challenges, set across an hour or so, in order to try and beat them as quickly as possible, in order to get some bonus points. There's no reason to the points don't matter, as per usual panel show formats in the UK over here. And as for most things like that, it's just a case of proving my mettle. I stat track pretty much every single thing that I possibly could track in there, in the hopes that I could be at least a marginal amount of successful, which I feel like I'm already repeating myself at this point. These challenges have varied quite a lot over the years. We've had Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild in one time, we had Puyo Puyo Tetris a few times, we got Anton Blast and Pizza Tower in this one. A lot of crazy shit happening every now and then. There's some of the challenges I've definitely decided to do based off of channel lore, because you have some things like Stabby in Smash Ultimate, which is just an amiibo, one of the first amiibo that I had that I fed a couple of, what was it, trophies to, or stickers to, back in Smash 4, and he ended up being just the most asshole-ish character in all of the amiibo tourneys that have happened, so he was, like, the top dog, per se, as the kind of character that I wanted to try and fight and topple down on my own, which caused those couple of challenges to happen. And then we have Megalovania in Super Mario Maker, specifically. Because that was already a video that I had done, where I tried to beat one level in Mario Maker 1, and it went on for 2 hours and it did not succeed. And that's why I decided to do it again for a Gauntlet, because that was a funny challenge to try and do. Now, when it comes to Gauntlets themselves, the first one, I didn't have a format set up quite yet. Initially, the first Gauntlet for 100 subs was me recording for 30 minutes or so. It was like the hard cutoff time. I was thinking that, oh, I could do these in 30 minutes, I bet. And I believe that was decided a couple feeds in couple of recording sessions to be the 30-minute timer, and then that's how those ended up by the time things were getting going and all that shit. Nice, Mum's in the way. So that first gauntlet is a relic in some aspects, because also in that first gauntlet, I decided to use normal music and one rip at the end. Whereas pretty much every other gauntlet, besides one we'll get to in a bit, used high quality rips throughout, and also the inclusion of one or two extra things here and there, like the Aben Hawkins song from Crystal Crisis, because that was a fun remix to go for in terms of this shit. And yeah, that was fun to pick. I still need to pick whatever music I decide on for this gauntlet. I know what song I want to end with, because I've had that thought for a long time, and that's the case given the timelines of stuff. So yeah, the 2017, we had the first gauntlet. It was ultra hard, starting here, because that was always the thing in the back then. I decided to do Super Meat Boy's hardest level, 720X. That got beaten in 5 minutes. So that was a bit too short for a feed, but it happened anyway. Alongside Super Mario 3D World and Smash Brothers and Cloud Cuckoo Land, Canary Mary, Banjo-Tooie, a whole bunch of random things decided on for that feed in particular. And they were all done. And initially, I didn't know what I wanted to do with the raw feeds, because I didn't have this idea for individual feeds until I started doing the second one. And so I ended up doing that after the second one came out in 2019. And as a result, those extra feeds for the first gauntlet were uploaded unlisted, because they were quite a ways away. Now, if you do go back to Gauntlet 1, you'll notice for a fact that it's still in the classic era of recording things, because, yeah, it's very much recording camera pointing at the TV. And that's been the case for the majority of my channel's lifespan. It's only more recently that I decided I know how OBS works with the Elgato, and I can use that to my advantage. Hey, it's Tainted The Lost. Sounds familiar? Hopefully it does. Book of Secrets. And a book, and a book, and a book. No. So, that pretty much sums up the first gauntlet, because otherwise, I don't know. I don't know why I decided to pick a Hell Run in Spelunky as something I could do in 30 minutes. I don't think speedruns are even that quick with Spelunky, though I haven't checked in a while. That's certainly a bad call on my end. Wow! Further mystery! And so, that brings us on to Gauntlet number 2, which came out in 2019, around April time. That's when I decided to go with the main format, and also swapped up the intro a little bit to start talking directly about what the challenges are, and then I also did the whole combined intro bit, where everything was basically the same, except for swapped out depending on the feed. And that works decently well in terms of the main video. Though I also decided on some weird challenges, like Mummy Me Maze Forever and Captain Toad Treasure Tracker and the aforementioned Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, because I hadn't done those things, and those are interesting ones that count when it came to the failure and positivity rankings and all that. Though, in fairness, by the time that second feed came around, that's when another tradition started, which was a bit of Celeste going in there. Great. Good shot. So, Celeste was part of the Gauntlets for quite a bit. I decided first to do a speedrun of the main feed, or like the main game, and that didn't succeed the first time. So that was a bad time for me. Though, in the future, it definitely got a little better. Oh shit, this is dangerous. Okay. As for other things that happened in the second gauntlet, that was, I mean, of course, I established the main format, where I started using rips for everything in the main feed. I had like a structure set out for how I wanted the gauntlets to start looking like. Oh, that was a thing I forgot about in the first feed. Good stuff. And it was that the stats for the individual feeds, for some reason I kept them on screen for the entirety of the video instead of doing what I did in the future gauntlets, which is having the stats on the screen for as much as you needed to read them, and then reshuffle all of the paintings around, all the feeds around, so that it looked at least a little more presentable than just having text on the screen take up space for no reason. And so with the second feed, the second gauntlet, that's when the original feeds, individual feeds started going up at the same time, deciding to start making the individual feeds worth watching by having some decent commentary during them, as opposed to whatever was going on in the first one that caused me to not release them for the longest time. That meant I was able to put more focus on how entertaining I could make things, I suppose. Tears up, that's a good thing to copy. Yes, thank you very much.
Tears up.
And then also, where were my notes? God damn, I need to read my notes better. Yeah, Super Meat Boy came back as another challenge. I decided to make it the Kids Warp Zone, and then a bonus point for beating 720X again. That succeeded. Because apparently I'm too good at Super Meat Boy. Which is true. Don't worry about it. We'll get there soon enough. And then, I suppose that brings us on to the third gauntlet, which goes to 400 subs. And that was released in 2020. In the wonderful year of 2020, where everything started going places. And the third gauntlet was actually pretty decent overall, I reckon. A whole bunch of interesting challenges being picked for that. There was Peggle Nights, for some reason. There was the return of more lore-based challenges. We got Super Mario Maker 2 coming back as just a gauntlet of expert levels, just being random about it. As well as there being another instance of Stabby, with the inclusion of Seamus, who then became a lore character, because she also toppled Stabby in a tournament that I did, a nice little amiibo tournament. Which is still the case. I need to get back to amiibo tournaments because, you know, literally everybody is here within my shelving, so I can include pretty much everybody now into a tournament and then start subbing up. Gotta get that recorded eventually, though I have not had the time to it. Nice, more tears. And within the third gauntlet, there was further extending of Super Meat Boy by sending him all the way through the 6 glitch levels. That succeeded, because the glitch levels are definitely something else. They're only one level a pop, and some of them, it's only really the third one that gives me the most trouble trying to get through all that, with the slick-ass maneuverability needed for it. And that led to whatever it was. But yeah, by the time the third gauntlet came around, I actually had a better understanding of how I wanted these things to be formatted, so I have everything properly set up, and now with everything that's been happening in the future, after those things came out, that's definitely been the main case with things. Ultra Hard was still being put into those challenges. Ultra Hard was still continuing to be not successful. And mind you, this was 2020 still. Repentance hadn't come out yet. That's a key factor in why Ultra Hard kept coming back over and over again. Because Repentance was not a factor. Absolutely at all. Not even with the fourth gauntlet, which I suppose is the point to move on to the fourth gauntlet, wherein in that fourth gauntlet that came out in 2021, over in January, very shortly after I had done the one for the 400 subs, because apparently I had the ideas that soon after and I wanted to do one very quickly, and that's why I ended up choosing to do that very quickly afterwards. It's all my fault, baby. Necessary stuff. Why am I getting all the keys in this run? And the fourth gauntlet definitely had some of the better challenges overall selected for it. I definitely come back to the Borderlands 2 one every now and then because it's like a sneak peek at what I want to eventually do for the LP, which will come out soon enough, I'm sure, but I don't know when is the question. And yeah, it was just sham farming of Borderlands 2. You had Slay in 2, of all things. A bit of Crypto the Necrodancer as well, though that might have been the third one. No, I think that was the fourth. I was looking at this earlier, I should have been paying more attention to it. Super Meat Boy developed into a full game speedrun, going all the way to Dark World, trying to beat that. That too was successful. I am incredibly good at this video game, leading to everything beforehand. And then Ultra Hard continued to not be beaten, though it might have gotten pretty close. Tears up, and want to use as well. Holy knife! Although Brim, I want the Brim. Give me that Brim, dude. The Brim, dude. Wow. Oh god, there's actually flies in here. I was supposed to be looking at my notes briefly. Yeah, I forgot to mention that the third gauntlet, specifically, that one looks nicer, because that's when I started using the Elgato, at least a little bit. And I did use the Elgato for the fourth gauntlet as well. However, for the most part, there was still issues happening with the Elgato recording, so I had to kind of split between using the classic method of recording, pointing the camera at the TV, and all that stuff. And it worked out fine enough in the end. And the individual feeds are interesting because you have like the audio, which is relatively fine, and the video, which was not as much. But now I at least know how to properly handle these things, so I can make proper recordings the baseline, even if such things happened in the future, but you'll see that soon enough. Which, I suppose, definitely leads us to current year, 2025, wherein I had a very, very, very funny idea for an April Fool's joke in the previous year, 2024. I thought to myself, hey, wouldn't it be funny if I faked getting the gauntlet available right away for April 1st? And so I made the gauntlet for April 1st, wherein I had pretty much every single challenge written out for this gauntlet put down in the video, so you actually have an idea of what's what. And also, I do like the idea of this, even though I shouldn't have picked that up. I keep forgetting what goal I'm supposed to be aiming towards here. And I did, as such, recorded intros for every single one of these gauntlet feeds that I was aiming to do. They all went passing by swimmingly. And because it was 2025, and long since the time of repentance being a thing, this was the time in which I decided to hang up the hat on the Ultra Hard Challenge by doing it 9 times. And the concept of doing one challenge 9 different times over 9 hours, that was what really drew me to doing the idea, and that was where the funniness came in, which is why I wanted to do said April Fool's joke, because that was truly a very funny thing to have done. And honestly, I do enjoy the way it came out, because you have all the main intros going on, and I have the 4x4 and 1 for the intro of the actual countdown, and then immediately cut into the April Fool's dumbass, which is a very funny thing to listen to. I'm going to explore the rest of this floor in case there's a planetarium. There may not be. And another thing too, because of the April Fool's Gauntlet, I decided to go further into the bit by only using normal game audio again. Only normal rips. Because that seemed funny. Just having completely normal music be played over 9 of the things. Because it was meant to be a joke. That's the whole point, it's just a joke. And that's hilarious. So I decided to play into the bit and go back to what the original Gauntlet used to be like, and do that for a full hour instead of just whatever it was beforehand. And also, I don't know why exactly I decided for that first Gauntlet to be like, oh, let's not do anything related to every single footage on screen. We'll just do a handful of things that are related, but not entirely everything that's related. And I did that. So, yeah, that's kind of what I did as well, because when it came to the original, like 2, 3, and 4, those gauntlets, I picked songs that I liked and probably wouldn't get me in trouble, that I felt was good for kind of pacing as a nice little like mixtape or so for that gauntlet feed, and that's why I chose the rips that I did. And so I kind of did the same thing here, wherein I picked 9 songs from all the tracks, all the challenges that were presented in front of me, all the pizza towers, all the V3, all that shit. But then also I changed one of the tracks to be Splatoon 2, and the reason for that is the initial plan was to have Splatoon 2 be a challenge, doing the bonus fight with Ancient 3, I believe, is the fight specifically. And if I had been properly like swept up and familiar, not rusty with Splatoon 2, I would have continue to have done that, but then I decided to swap that out for Gunstar Heroes, I believe, was the thing. Or was it something else I swapped it out for? I don't quite remember which one it was swapped out for. I definitely talked about it with someone. I don't remember when. And it might have even been said in the individual feeds of the fake feeds, whatever. But that's funny. Nice extra speed. So, that, I think, roundabout covers all of the lore that you necessarily need when it comes to the Gauntlet. It's a very fun little series that I've been doing on and off, because apparently it takes a long, long time to create one video that goes off. And yeah, that's how you end up with a lovely amount of subscribers, which thank you very much for sticking around after that Bellatra video. It's interesting that people are calling me pretty cool and like the cut of my jib, as per se. So I suppose now is the time where I can focus more on the video game itself. This video game, the single video game that has 3,300 hours put into it. And that is without exaggeration. That is genuinely the amount of time put into this video game. Way more than Bellatra in comparison, because even if though that's split between phone and desktop, and Steam even, that's still only 300 or so hours. Both Switch and Steam for Binding of Isaac Repentance is at 1,300 apiece, like 1,700 over here and then 1,300 on Steam. It's a lot. And here I am over here. Oh yay, Purgatory. I don't want an extra friend at this point. You are Hungry Soul, that's what I want. Open the rest. Oh, hello again. Open the rest of these. Come on, actually hit the thing to properly open them. Bombs are key. Cool. Health up. Neat. Now I have everything. Definitely. Alright. Thank you for this. I love that ability. It's a very good ability. And the Hungry Soul coming to help out. Alright. I need to pay close attention to whatever's showing up chest-wise, because mimic chests are a thing. Could definitely show up. I don't need the extra, but I did it anyway. Oh, hello. Here we are. I'm off here looking for a boss challenge room. Oh, I could, but also I should pay attention to the shots flying around. Yes. Alright. Let's discuss Tainted Lost specifically. Alright? I've done a video on Tainted Lost that was using the original recording method because I've been around for quite a bit. Haven't you figured that out enough? Given all the talk I've been doing beforehand of all the stuff that's happened beforehand. Oh, if only I had it for this. Oh well. Oh, extra damage. I love that. Thank you. Oh shit, oh shit. Where are you coming from? There! Damn you, Pin! You fuck. Oh, there's a Mega Maul. Pew 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 pew. Get him out, get him out. There we go. Nice. So yeah, Tainted Lost is the most glass cannon thing possible. The original Lost has a mantle to start with, so you can take one damage, one hit per room, and still survive to live another day. Whereas Tainted Lost only has the extra chance of finding cards that are holy cards to give you more mantle shields for as long as they last. And that's your main source of protection, because most protective items are removed from item pools, so you can't find them in Tainted Lost. However, in return, having the Tainted Lost's ability of re-rolling lower quality items in order to try and find better quality items, which that's a good thing to find. I mean, you are nothing. It's Wheel of Fortune. Sure, can we get a better trinket? Choose your own path? Oh, actually, there's a possibility to get a holy card from this. Come on, buddy. Give me a card. Oh, it's your head in the clouds. I'll bring him the photo. Oh, there's a missing page. That technically could count, and also you could use that to sacrifice the thing. I have the trinket. Hello, telescope lens. You're funny. Yeah, like, the main reason why I decided also to do the fake Gauntlet feed for the April Fool's joke, ready again, was also not just to send off Ultra Hard, because it's definitely not the hardest thing in Isaac anymore, but also because In fairness, I was getting a little bit sick of not being able to know where I am, thanks to the maze and also the lost map. I kind of preferred being able to see what I'm doing and have some sort of plan going through all these things. Is that enough for... Yeah, no, it's not enough for the laser in the next room. Sword of Laz. That's even better than what I could have possibly imagined. Hello, Chubb. Thank you, Sword of Laz, for existing. Giving me an extra chance if it arises. We're on Caves 2, yes, so I can go into the mines and have a good time. Hello! Bar of soap for extra tears. Let's blow this up. Blow this sucker up! Now, whether I actually do the full thing of going through the beast fight, that'll technically also be the second time, actually, that I get to it. Because I did have one Dogma fight in the videos that I have done prior. Just gotta do it again. Apparently I'm not that good at the endgame and not being able to put many videos of it on the internet. That makes sense, you know. Not like in Balatro, I succeed in every run that I do. It takes a bit every now and then. Wahoo. Neato, and also my nose is itchy like a bastard. How could it? I mean, I know how, but how could it? Oh, these fellas. Not you! You're all rude. Oh shit. All these bones being thrown all over the place. What I'm not looking forward to is the stuff that's in Gehenna, the Gehenna 2 run. Those are always the rudest parts of these runs because they like to take my life away. Though I can make one mistake if the needs arise. I could also have done a mother run if I really wanted to, but I decided not to. Alright, thank you, Hungry Soul. Need you to pick up the slacks for me in that sense. Thank you. Oh, hey! Go, buddy. Whatever. I don't even have any money. I don't want to look in here in case there's something cool. It's greed. Of course there's something cool. I'm running out of the way because you've got to fire a shot at me, fella. Nice. Yeah, like, even though playing as Tainted Lost is going to cause possibly less failure points, because failure points in Binding of Isaac beforehand, and also within the FIFTH Gauntlet for April Fools, those are based off of hits taken. Now, I suppose, for this case, if I am doing incredibly badly, then there's failure points for how many mantle shields disappear for. Those also could count as taking a hit, because that's contact damage and shit. And shit and fuck. I should have gone up, although I already don't like the implication from the horizontal boss room. There's a planetarium. Nice. Now I can have a look at what's going on everywhere. Oh god, right. Do I want to keep this all? Oh, it's Neptunus. Neat. Emperor, hello. Moon. I mean, Moon would have worked, but... Alright, Neptunus. Yeah, it's Gideon. Fucking Gideon. Show me who's who. Let's have all this tier 8 to puke out at everybody. Good timing. I just need to hope that they aren't rude and spawn enemies on top of me, as it's possible to do that. Ugh. Come on. Yeah, I was like, I'm certain that you aren't, like, the most fully done with. There's the Spire attack. Oh shit. Is that enough? I think it is. 5 out of 6. If only I had a Chaos card, right? Thank you, Hungry Soul. Oh shit. Another one's over there. These are the rude ones. Hey, come on now, don't hide. You fuck. Oh, okay. Oh shit. Oh my god. Alright. So, now is where the good stuff starts happening. We can shit crapping. But here it is, this dank depths. Found it right away. That's good. Okay. Also, there's you. Right here. Pearls. Which is nice, I suppose. It's having a little extra range on me. Oh shit, oh god. A lot of bombs, though. A lot of bombs. Cause me distress. Where are you placed? There you're placed. These are fellas. Oh god. Oh no, they're sisters V's that are not fellas. Though you can refer to them generally as fellas. Oh god. That was close. Alright. Keys in there. So, this is the important thing that I need to keep a hold of. Put the Soul of Lazarus down. I hate that I have to do that. And hold on to the Fool. Although I could... What is the plan here, if any? I don't think there is one. Hello, Counterfeit Penny. Hello! God, with the laser beam. I could technically also have a look at the item room, see what's in there. Probably should do that, if I find it. Oh, careful of what's going on around here. Don't want you ruining everything. Just being able to casually run into things. That's useless. Useless trinket. Useless trinket moment. More of that, please. Okay. One of those. Hilarious. Up here. Wow. Thank you, V's. At least you don't do lasers when you're completely off screen. That's some pity there. Though once you are seen and start doing the attempt and you run away, then that's when they actually start counting. Oh wow. Thank you. Ooh, polydactyly! That just solves my problem right there. What pill, even? Tears down. Tears down. I don't need it because I'm already at max tears. Okay. Wow, wow, wow. Would you believe that? Soul of Lazarus. Right there. Also, more of you. Doing the funny scream. Hands, please fly down. Great. I feel a lot happier about this in comparison to doing Ultra Hard a whole bunch. Though I suppose the factor of how the old April Fool's video came around definitely hampered things because I had no time to do it, given things that happened. Wow, that's an interesting thing to show up the Soul of Eden. Don't need it. Unless there's something here for me to take. Which I don't think so. Wow. Good. It was Super Greed. Super Freak, Super Greed. Yeah. Don't need that. Really do not need that. I have 17 coin. I could run back and pick up a Soul of Eden for afterwards. I could do that. There you are. Silly fellas. And a pill, which is something's wrong. Something's wrong with the G diffuser. Destroy them quickly and efficiently. That would absolutely cause me fine. But yeah, like, it's not as miserable doing Ultra Hard in comparison to doing this, because this is just a regular run. I have the fun in this sense, because I know what to expect, as opposed to the game deciding you can't have fun, as it was said in the whole thing. Go down quickly. Alright, that wasn't as much as I wanted to use that for, but it was still some damage, and that's fine. Not quick enough for a boss rush, though if there is a devil room, I am fine. Good. Alright, Polaroid. Twisted pair. Oh. Now you fool.
The fool.
To put this there. And now I'm running back to pick up the funny. As long as I don't run into anything stupid on the way there, I should be fine. I keep Soul of Lazarus held out because I think you need to do that if you want it to activate on taking death damage. I think that's possible. Ugh. It's been so long since I've needed to take a drink break during Isaac. Curse of the Blind. Matchbook! Oh, heretic! Oh, heretic! Oh, heretic! There goes that. It's fine, right? I think it's fine. We'll assume it's fine. Oh, shit! Ah! Now that's smart. Right after you got a cool thing, end up having to go all the way back to the start. And that's why Tainted Lost is definitely a glass cannon. And why Gehenna is the worst part of it. Mausoleum, Gehenna. What's the difference? Okay. Alright. Some of these. No. And hello. One bomb. Cool. Not the most thing. Also, I miss my high tier rate anymore. I miss having that. Would have been nice to have kept a hold of that, but unfortunately not. I don't know how much of a heartbreak that would be in comparison to, say, the 4th feed of the April Fool's Gauntlet. That one is even more of a heartbreak because it was the game's telling a joke phase where it decided, hey, you've been having a lot of trouble with this challenge over the many years that you've been doing it. Would you like a little Tech X? Would that be fine with you? And it was fine with me. But it was 8 minutes left of the challenge or so. Maybe 10, 12 minutes or so. So that was no point or no chance of me getting all the way down to Dark Room to do that Mega Satan fight. So it was just rude. Out of my hands. Video game has many items in it, and decided to pick that one at that time. Hilarious, to be sure. But I need to properly discuss the actual stratagem that comes with succeeding as Tainted Lost. Now, this doesn't help necessarily when it comes to doing the Mega Satan path, because you need those angel rooms, and it is hard in comparison to take angel rooms with Tainted Lost when you get so much more benefit from devil rooms in comparison. But the main stratagem that helps is getting as many boss items as possible, and that's by going to the 2nd floor of each of the floor types in a run. So passing on the door to go to Dross 1, wow, is necessary if you want to get more boss items overall from these challenge rooms, as you can get more damage and tears up through them, and that's definitely something you want to hold on to, because Tainted Lost already starts with a nice extra multiplier to its damage, leading to 4.55 to start with here. So having more damage up on this character means you get a lot more punch from all those damage ups. And that's what's important, really. You gotta put most focus on dealing damage to foes. Get them out of the way, so that you have less of a chance to stay in a room for long enough to take a damage from nerves and all that shit. And as such, the point of going to the Beast Path, as you saw in that previous run that failed, what you need to do is you need to get down to the Depths 2, or whatever it was. I don't even remember. My nose is too itchy to remember these things. God, pardon me. But yeah, getting all the way down to Depths 2 is the important part to... It was Catacombs 2, right? I don't remember. Dark Depths. Yeah, you have to get down there. You have to fight Mom. You have to try and get your way out of Mom to take one of the Polaroid or negative. And that's when you're able to open the strange door that opens up at the beginning of the floor. That is where you actually go to start the path towards the beast. Because once you enter that path, that's you locked out entirely. You can't go and decide anything else. Don't know why I went back for this coin. Maybe it's because there's something hidden in this shop that I wanted to pick up. A sack. 1 sack for Isaac. That was a bomb. Cool. Oh. Don't have the money to pick up the refresh. That would have been nice, but nah, I don't need that. Hello, Dingle. Very funny, Dingle. He's a shithead. Ba-dum-bum. And yeah, once you've passed by the boundary of getting to that Gehenna 2 by sacrificing a Polaroid or a negative to the strange door, then you just go past everything and start the ascent back upwards. Now, you've also have most likely noticed that as I go through these rooms and floors and all that, that I have been skipping treasure rooms when I could have been doing a lot better having some treasure rooms on hand. That's the thing. Because of the ascent going back upwards, you still get those treasure rooms. So you'll definitely have a better benefit by skipping the treasure rooms in order to go for planet rooms, planetarium rooms instead. You're too risky. Take the knife. So that's the whole goof of that. Now, also the thing is, when it comes to the alt paths, you can go through the alt paths and be fine. Wow, booster pack, please. One of them. Thank you. Let me get over there to use that, thank you. Wow. Nice. Yeah, when you go through the ascent on the alt paths, you actually do have the extra items on each of the treasure rooms revealed to you. So you do get the choice between 2 items, and that is a strategy you could also employ for other characters, is just having multiple choices per each one. Retrovision, why I decided to pick that up again, I don't know. Nothing in there. But yeah, you can choose to do that. Wow. And also because the Lost always gets the benefit of it, it's better off to just decide and fight the second boss on this floor, because there's no point to losing everything if you're ending up losing it in there anyway. Tear detonator, I don't even think that works with the knife. It might, I just don't remember. Put faith in the future by having the car battery. It's entirely possible that it won't be the case. Whoa! Oh, and the bomb, boy. The bomb fly. Boom, boom, boom. This knife is doing me a good service as well. So, yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay. Thank you. Hello, Colostomia. Oh, wow. That's some saucy damage. Whoa. I should have blown up the shopkeep. Give me an extra chance. Oh, never mind. Have the extra speed and shot speed as well. Oh, hey. Temporary body generator. Nice. I like that. I'm gonna save it, actually. I don't necessarily need it for the rest of this floor, but start using it the next floor. That's my plan. Using the power of my own playstyle to succeed in the video game. It's entirely possible to do that. Just have to hope and pray. Pray and hope and pray. Shooting at range. Okay. I see those 2 happy poop piles in the corner there. That is funny. Oh my god. Even the reflection is wacky when it comes to the knife. What's going on there, I wonder? Bomb bomb, boo doo doo. Oi! Oh shit. That was close. I remember in one of the Ultra Hard feeds for the April Fool's Gauntlet that there was a time where one of those creatures took me out, and it was a very low down run as well. But that was probably at the very end of the thing as well. Colostomia! Mamma mia mia! Stab, stab! Oh god, that was close. At least all the gaseous clouds disappeared. Range. Just range, nothing much. Technically also he does like a little bit of contact damage, I remember correctly. But do you really want to try going for contact damage with someone who could die very quickly like this? Yeah, don't rely on something like that. It's not gonna help you out. Alright. Going down with our 16-minute timer left. Is it possible? Presumably. Shoosh, shesh, shush, shinch, swoosh. Doink, poink. Bomb. Go. Hello, planetarium. Nice to see you. Luna. That's nothing major, but it does reveal a secret room on the floor. Could have been way better. Absolutely. Oh shit. Oh god, that was close. Jill sandwich, etc. Oh right, I was supposed to be using that. What am I, stupid? I completely forgot. Oh jeez. It's like you're not even worried about having an active item at this rate. Oh, you know, actually, having a secret room means I could guarantee a higher chance of an angel or devil room. I say angel or devil room when there's only one that it could possibly be. Wow. Thank you, Peeper. We've all been touched by your peepness. They'd be stupid now. Oh right, it gives you tears for the floor as well. I almost forgot about that aspect. Maybe it is worth doing. Hello! Hello, hello! Magic 8 Ball. Extra chance to the planetarium even though it's just been found. Range! Please, range. Chariot. Hello. Sure, I could have used that, but, you know, having an early fall is good. Because of what we need it for later on. Arcade, arcade, arcade. Nothing cool in here. Shrug. Pick up the battery again. Batteries are cool. Use it to power all of your appliances. Wow. Also, Ministro. Hello, Ministro. I've all been touched by your Ministress. Wow. I don't know why that one's, like, misaligned in the room placement for the enemies there. It's weird. Maybe it's because the entrance way causing that. That's probably the reason for it. I don't know, dude. I may know this game mostly back to front, but it's still an enigma at times. Every now and then something wacky happens, and I can't explain it. That's the fun of it, right? The game knows how to pull punches and play jokes on you. As do most roguelikes.
Full health.
That was a very funny bit right there. I do appreciate the game's humor in that aspect. God's Flesh. That is an interesting one. Especially now we have a blue knife. That is my attack, after all. Come now, come now. Over this direction, we should have the boss fight. Though we also have the shop, which could potentially hold the key to my well-being. Which, knowing me, is not. Though that's you also, having the glowing hourglass. But I don't think so. I'm running away. I could have used the extra battery, but eh. Also this. Man, what are you stupid for? Hello, Pete! Ba-bing, bing, bing, ba-doom, doom, doom. Yeah, that's a good shit. And the boss. One to lower stat, tier 8. Thank you. Twisted Pair again, please. Oh. Yeah. Horror Babylon. Speed and damage. Worth it. Go down this path again. Oh god. Oh, there was a tinted rock there. I didn't check it. I should have checked it though. My fault. Oh shit. Well, there's you. Nice to see you here. After whatever the hell. Ouroboros worm. No. You're stupid, and I hate you, and I decide my fate in this instance is not tied to that at all. Okay, I'm running away. I don't think I need speed at this point. Still have quite a lot of speed. Oh shit. I think I'm well kept. God. Well, there's your mistake. Knife, please. Knife, please. Oh yeah, because he hit like a limit or something. Come on, you. Ugh. Please take me away. No. It didn't take me away. This is what's what. Please be kind to me and give me a card in here. 1+1, humbling bundle. Forever. Ugh. Now is the perilous part, wherein there's definitely a chance to die at any point. Just play carefully. Ultra Pride! Ultra Pride! The left hand. Honestly, yeah. I think so, yeah. I don't need all the luck in the world, I just need extra red chests to give me possibly Guppy. It's a possibility. Oh shit, everyone's here! Ah! God damn it. I can't beat this in 10 minutes, are you stupid? I could give it a try, potentially risk any chance of any absolution. What's in here, if anything? Ah, it's not the best opening item. I mean, technically, given that this wasn't successful, it means I could just do it again in the future, right? Gauntlets can continue on forever. Though definitely, I have thoughts to think about having a proper milestone instead of being a wacky very soon because I had the ideas quickly kind of milestone to pick from. So I think the next goal that should happen around 5k or 7k because funny. Depends on what happens first. And whether I had the chance to do so.
Holy.
That's how it's gonna play out. Linger Bean. And then this one got changed, though I don't think that's the change in this current version of the Switch version. I think that's Pendant's Plus stuff anyway. Oh well. Yeah, see, look at that. There's the funny. He's a cloud. He does a lot. Thank you, Mr. Cloud. Appreciate your tenacity. Every now and then, I do get a run that has the 1% planetarium on the first floor, and it's crazy whenever that happens. But it doesn't happen all the time, clearly. Thank you for the fart. Very appreciated. I'm just trying to succeed. I don't know if I can. It's entirely possible that I'm not able to, because it's still quite a ways away, especially at this early point. Where is what? What is where? How is where? Why? Get into the action, Joshua. That's why you need to do it. Oh yeah, that is one aspect of the gauntlets that I thought I didn't expect to be a trend, but ended up being one just haphazardly. I just really liked the idea of opening the gauntlets with that Eben Hawkins track. It just seemed very fitting, I suppose, and I just kept doing it after the first one, because even though the first one was kept to songs that I have played games from just relatively in my Steam library, decided to put them in there. I decided that, you know, Eben Hawkins, slightly iconic at this point. Slightly. And then I did the funny for the April Fool's one where I used that Ninja Gaiden version because, I don't know, it's a slightly different version. And it already sounds like a high quality rip anyway, so I think that's also part of why I chose to pick that one. Also, it's the funny little horn. The one with the hot bombs that always tends to catch me out. The one that I hate every single time it appears. Stupid ass hot bombs little horn. You can disappear. See? Please. Little horn. Politely cease your incessant babbling. And I'll babble in your brook. Why don't you? Buddy. Poink. There we go. Alright, that's damage and luck. I appreciate that. 7 minutes remain. Take a swig. Thank you, Breg. Who is Breg? I don't know. Basement 2 edition. Come now. Ah, it almost feels good to be back into the throes of Binding of Isaac again. My time's been elsewhere. A lot of elsewheres, by this time at least. Nor am I going to tell you what those elsewheres involve. However, Dungeons of Degenerate Gamblers do be a thing. I may do another video on Dungeons of Degenerate Gamblers because I did beat a run, and I was surprised at just how much beating one run unlocked. I had no idea, because even in comparison to the demo, I was like, oh, I know exactly what to expect from this. There's only like a few extra decks. That's like 17. There's a lot of decks in that game. And a lot of them require different things. And there's... oh, shit. Well, there you go, friends. An end to the era that is, you know, not necessarily an era, but I suppose they're also the reason alongside is that technically Ultra Hard has been completed on the channel now, given that that one failed gauntlet, which, yeah, it was the Heartbreaker one, but that one still succeeded because of the addition of Tech X existing in the run. But Yeah, after that one, it's just a case of having a new challenge take the forefront, since the original one succeeded. Come on, you guys are unruly, which would cause me a heckin' concern. Let's have some speed now. Come now, come now. Wait. Loris Jr. Junior Larry. Alright, it's on the top there. It's just gonna be a dingle. Push the Linga Bean over there. Come on now. No, and he runs away as soon as I put one on there. Nice. Pew pew pew, pew pew pew, pew pew pew, pew pew pew. Well, hey. And that. Nice. 4.5. Oh, we just passed the 5-minute mark. Okay. Not even 4.5. It was just 4:59 when I looked. Speed down. Rude. Middle finger. Can't see the middle finger, but I did it anyway. It would help if you knew your way around. You can see a map for what's in your miserable life. You can use that to your advantage. Oh, joy. Nothing to be used. And I don't need the extra stuff because, in technicality, your maximum chance of Angel or Devil Room from not being able to take any blood spilling throughout the floor. So that's one bonus, and that's also why the stratagem of using Devil Rooms with Tainted Lost is always going to be a better one than Angel Rooms. Even if there are some really good Angel Room items, a lot of good Devil Room items as well. Especially Damocles. Everyone's favorite, Damocles. It's my favorite too. Damocles. Because that's just a strict upgrade. You get double pedestal items, and it doesn't get the chance to fall on you. Not at once. So funny that it showed up in the one feed as well, right at the very end. And then it took random damage from it. It's hilarious. Cardboard box. Please with a card? It wasn't. Also Mother's Kiss, because it wants to be that funny. If you don't know what Mother's Kiss does, that gives you an extra health for holding onto it. Yeah, that's not going to be helpful for Tainted Lost, or the Lost himself. So it's useless. It's the summation. A useless item. God. Don't ambush me with these things by changing your priorities. Which way are you sitting? Okay. Over there. Min Min. This isn't the Min Min I know. She has long arm. Such a stupid joke. It's an easy one to make. This attack too? Rude, 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 rude. Oh god. I'm surprised that even worked. I don't know, dude. These dross worms as well. A lot of coin, though. Really? No, 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 no. Not in the slightest. You can't make me. I'm not getting rid of any of my fucking holy cards just for an extra bit of pill room. You need something to actually get those pills properly attributed to be good pills. And that's just not going to happen. It's a lot less positive pills for the Lost in comparison to cards. Especially the holy card. But, you know, you've established and learned this at this point. You know how things are going. No, no, no. Fight the boss. You have 2 minutes. It's not going to be too big. But hey, it's you again. Take the Horrible Knight. Pew, pew, pew. Okay. Oh, shit. I shit myself. Deliberately. It was tactical shitting. I mean, that's Tainted Blue Baby. Not gonna lie. That's what that is. It's just tactical shitting. Shit tactical. Ah. That was loopy loopy. Do an extra little one. See why not. Knock in the headphone. It's very funny. Seeing the headphone get knocked like that. Knock you up. A double. Holy sh... I don't believe it. Oh, it didn't even give me the tier bonus. It should have. It's a very funny tier bonus. And a golden penny. Yeah. Please let this last for as long as the rest of the timer. That'd be hilarious. A lot of things would be hilarious. It really would. It's like, why is bro picking up money when he should be succeeding? There's some big damage. Well, the question is, can you get in my way so that I can kill you? I'm a lucky penny. Very lucky. gonna do yet, anything? What is this? Up here, a room of purple flies. I have 15 coin. Just take a look. Ace of spades! Oh man, that would have been a really good trinket. Also this. More penny. Something better, please. Really? With this? Wouldn't that be something? I'm not checking over there. Be stupid. You're crazy, dude. Dingle! Get out of here, Dingle. Haha! I took damage. What if I took damage again? Wouldn't it be funny? I don't think it would be, but... Ah, more damage! There you go. That's the timer. Time is up. Take a pause on here. And quit out. Oh well. Didn't succeed. I'll just play it again. In the next gauntlet. Whenever that may be. So another piece of lore about the gauntlets is that some of the previous ultra hard challenges I actually ended up doing off screen after the timer ran out, just in case I felt like I could possibly beat the challenge. Those times, in the past, they did not succeed. This time, however... oh, it was a cakewalk. God. At least you know it's doable. I'm perfectly fine with it. It's at least not ultra hard. I don't need to touch that thing ever again for as long as I live, unless I decide to do another file. Which, I don't know if I want to do that. I could just sync my achievements if I wanted to on Steam. Shrug. I don't know. That was it for Binding of Isaac Repentance. I am glad you stuck around to listen to a bunch of Gauntlet lore. I'm sure if I missed some things and I cleaned up in post. And thank you again for 1,000 subscribers. It's very nice to have this milestone be achieved. A proper one, instead of a bullshit one like 400 and 600. Barely anything. Some people do arbitrary milestones. Apparently I did that for a couple of times because I just wanted to do a gauntlet and wanted an excuse to do one. And so here it is, the excuse to do one. A proper 1,000. Incredible. So, I will see you what you watch next, which should be the next feed, which is... what was the second one again? Oh, come on, Joshua, you had this Tetris effect, right? I don't remember. Okay, I will see you in the rest of those. And as a fun fact, this is the very last one I recorded. The rest of these gauntlets are gonna be in all wacky manners of recording chronology. I just felt like it'd be funny to tell you this is the 9th one. Because it seemed very funny putting this right at the very beginning, at the very end. If you stick around though, you may get to hear some things be talked about Balatro-wise. You'll see soon enough, once that eventually gets up. So, thank you for tuning into this Gauntlet feed. I will see you whenever you watch next. Goodbye, take care, so long. Auf Wiedersehen.